The only problem you think you have is what song to choose during your lunchtime drive to the bank and to grab something to eat. It is a hot Friday afternoon. You were just paid and feel like $1,000,000. You just buy your favorite meal from Taco Bell. You have a few song choices for the ride back to work. The weather is nice, a high of 78 degrees. It's a good day so far. You have Ice Cube's "It Was a Good Day" bootlegged on a CD in your glove box.
I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dough. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch,
nah, but that song doesn't quite capture your current mood. Then you think about "Feel So Good" by Mace. You do feel so good. You let the top down on your El Dorado and everything is great so far. But that song, just like Ice Cube's, it doesn't capture your mood. You need to hear something else. Finally, you decide on "More Money, More Problems" by Biggie and Puff Daddy, as that Diana Ross sample is fire. As you arrive at the complex where your office is, you hear sirens in the distance. A white man is being beaten by 3 black youths. You get out the car, but you leave it on for some unknown reason. There is only one way in or out of the complex. The 3 youths are trapped, and the situation will soon be diffused by the cops. You don't worry, but deep down you know that if someone tried to take the lives of these young men, that person will receive no punishment. That is just the time you live in. You know you should just walk into your office and go back to work, continue living your normal life on this great Friday. But out of concern in previous instances, you offer the boys a way out. You advise them to cross through your office to the back door so they won't become another statistic. But they continue to beat the man. You are not loud enough. As you walk back to your office, you realize that your car is still running. As you turn back, one single gunshot. One. You hit the deck, but the ground is already soaked. You're shot. The adrenaline rushes through your veins as you crawl for cover, but there is only one shot. Out of the 50 bystanders, only one is laying down. You. All of a sudden, your radio gets louder, and you begin to fade out to that nice Diana Ross sample and Kelly Price's vocals.
Man is charged in shooting a bystander. A man 72 was charged Saturday with first-degree assault, accused of firing a pistol at 3 youths who were assaulting cab driver, authorities said. The shot missed the youths, but struck a bystander in the chest, seriously wounding him.
You later learn that you were shot in the chest. The doctors can't operate. The bullet is too close to your spine. It is not worth the risk, but you were worth the risk to him. He is a known racist. He was carrying an illegal gun. The police were seconds away, but there you laid. You were walking into your office door when the bullet struck you. It tore through your hand, then pierced your liver, and made itself home in your back near your spine. 1 second earlier, your back would have been turned. You might be paralyzed. 1 or 2 seconds later, you would have been in the safety of your office lobby. The bullet would crash through the automatic door, and you will hopefully be out of harm's way. But milliseconds later, your leather watch band would not have been in a way to slow the bullet. You would be dead. Or at least that's what the doctor believes. The officers interrogate you. There's no way this is not your fault. You had to have initiated the conflict as you are the 4th youth. but you're only 32 years old. This is the only time you don't want to look so young. They ask you about where you grew up, what schools you attended. They even question the legitimacy of your degree, but them and everyone knows he had reason to shoot you. He comes out of the Schnucks grocery store, sees a white man being beaten by blacks, and immediately resorts to violence with a deadly weapon. He doesn't know your story, but you know of his. You were just a backstop to him. Something at the end of the gun range meant to catch the bullets. A black body meant to be hit whether you are guilty or not. 8 months later, you're back to normal. Well, almost. While the last piece of Daniel Henry is just removed by the doctor, you're still damaged.
St. Louis Post-Dispatch Metro. Friday, August 6, 1999. Candidates who passed Missouri CPA test: Allen, Burrell, Joplin, Marcia, R. Bunton, Springfield, Andre, C. Crawford, St. Louis.
You accomplished something you never thought you would be able to. You've been trying to live life to the fullest as you feel like you are living on borrowed time. You never forget your shooting, but you forget the perpetrator. You learn that David Henry was not given the 10 years in prison for first-degree assault. He instead only spent 1 year at the St. Louis County Jail in Clayton. Your El Dorado caught fire while taking your daughter to the babysitter one day, so you have no convertible, but you are still determined to make this Friday a good day, even though justice is non-existent. You are back at the conflict you had at the beginning of the summer a year ago. What song to ride out to? Again, you chose More Money, More Problems.